All right, we're going to take a look at this price chart here in a second. We got some stuff developing here with the whole market, really, that we're going to want to pay very close attention to. Okay, so we'll come in right back to this. First off, we're taking a look at the bubbles, and that's for the last hour. All right, for the last day. There you go. Not. That's about the only top 100 coin actually in the green. All right. Here's for the last week. Pretty ugly. All right. You can see down through there 17, 25. Look at the last month. Look at these numbers. All right. Pretty abysmal. Definitely not what you really want to see. You got Caspa down 9% for the month compared to all of these. Tron is actually plus 9% for the month. Wow. Wow, Justin Sun, there you go. But everything, Caspa is one of the top gainers, for the whole month, and this thing's down 9%. So, been kind of an ugly month out there for the last year. Still overall, been a pretty decent year, but definitely this last month has been eating into people's gains, and could this continue a little bit longer? It could. All right, there's a couple things I want to show you here. All right, if we take a look at Bitcoin here, typically a wave 4 pulls back to a 0.382. All right, it can't overlap wave 2, or a 5 wave would be out. All right, you can see this a little bit easier on a monthly, I guess. There we go. All right, this thing came down. In the video the other day, we were talking that right around at 55,000 was that 382 retracement. Could it go deeper? Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely it could. If we zoom in here on a daily chart here on Bitcoin, a couple things I want to show you here. All right. We take a look here. Now, could this correction be over? It could. All right, and I'm going to show you here in this count. Let me find the right time frame I'm looking here. Well, this will work actually. This could work out here. You would be looking here, for 5 waves down in here. All right, for this final last push here. Now, if we measure this out for a 5th wave here, okay, would this measure out correctly? Well, it would be looking for around a 1618. Okay, so if we put the Fibonacci on here, pull it back up, 1618 would have went to 55,038. Wicked through it a little bit, so absolutely qualifies for a 5th wave. No question about it. All right, now what's going to make what's going to really, differentiate if this is a bottom or not is this pullback right here. Okay, what's going to go on with this right here? Could this push down a little bit deeper? Yeah, it could. All right, you could have a 5th wave right on this. Right down towards 50,000 bucks. And that would terrify everybody, would it not? No question about that. All right, the 4-hour RSI is heading down. Okay, now what would convince me that a bottom is in? Well, obviously, if it catches one of these retracement levels. All right, let's say if it loses 54,700, then it's more likely coming down here. All right, that would kind of definitely make my mind up there, right? And then of course, if we lose to 53,650, yeah, watch for 50,000 bucks. That would definitely. Now, if we go out in the 8-hour time frame, just about bad is bearish, 74 and 75. All right, so you got the 8-hour flipping over bearish. You got the 12-hour getting pretty weak, 52 and a 47. You can see it's starting to curve over a little bit there. The daily, 33 and a 30. That daily is trying to spin up. All right, now you do got a little bit of, if it holds on. Don't know if that's going to happen. All right, you do have just a hair of bullish divergence here on this here. All right, you got this low and you got a higher low, but it's showing at the RSI on the bottom pointing downwards. If we go out on the 3-day, 3 days at a 965 and a 965, the 5-day, triple zeros, and the weekly. 0 and it's actually bearish, 0 and a 4.36, and then the monthly, 57 and a 67. It's actually bearish. So could we get one more push down here before we're looking for this possibly final push up? That'd be a fifth wave towards the upside. Yeah, we could get a little bit more downward price action. Don't be shocked for 1 second. You got the 50-day moving average right down here of 51,000 bucks. All right, that could be a catch here for it. That's on the weekly. On the daily, we're below that on the daily now. We've actually, some of the moving averages are flipping bearish here on the daily. We had a crossover here between the 20 and the 50. All right, so that's not definitely not what you want to see there. All right, but on that weekly, we're still holding up. Still got your purple, red, and blue. We're still technically bullish on this daily with the moving averages. So, but don't be shocked if we get that pullback down towards that 50,000 bucks. Now, something else I wanted to show you that would kind of tie in with this. All right, the total 3, which is all the altcoins besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, this total 3. I'm going to show you something here. All right, first off, let's get that stuff off there. If we zoom in on this on a weekly, all right, we're right down at the bottom here, but we take a fib, go from our top to that low right there. All right, you can see here we had a 702 Fibonacci hit right there, right? Okay, so we had 5 waves up prior to that. All right in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we have 5, so we'd be looking for an ABC, right? Okay, now if we pull this down on top of that 702, it would put us right there. Whoops, sorry about that. Let me try that again. Right about there. Okay, roughly $492 billion. All right, 492. Let's put a line right there a second. All right. Now, let's put this back up here a second. All right, now what if it goes off the 618? What if it, 618, 702 is your typical B area for your B leg, all right, your B wave. Get this back on there right where I want it here. Okay, now if it goes off the 618, pull it down on top of that there, that puts us down at this level down here. What is that? 476. Okay, 476. Now, stick with me here, please. If we zoom in on this 12-hour time frame, all right, you could have a wave 5 coming up right inside here. All right, your finishing move inside of this ABC. Take a measurement of that possible wave 5. We'll put this where, whoops, down just a little bit. There we go, right there. 470 billion. All right, so that anywhere from 470 to 490, I would think is the bottom of this. This with the the total 3. We're gonna mark that right there, 470 to 490, right in this zone. Okay, and that would finish up the ABC structure. All right, so that would kind of mean Bitcoin would need to pull down, correct? Yeah, I mean that would only make sense. How much further down would this be? We're at 549 billion right now, so 10 to 14%. Not a huge move at all. All right, now what could get us down there? Let's get this, pull this out a little bit. We have a target here for this. Okay, that line off there. get this line off here. All right, now if we go in here on a 12 hour starting to roll over a little bit here, okay? The 8 hour, 66.2 and a 66.5, bearish, and your 4 hour is rolling right over, okay? So you do have these time frames pushing down. All right, now if it takes, what would really convince it, if it breaks that 525, that's the last retracement area here to catch it. I would expect it to definitely push down to those levels. So keep an eye on that. All right, I've been watching that. All right, now if we come over here to Caspa. All right, first off, I do want to show you right here something pretty impressive here. All right, here's the wallets. 392,000 people hold at least one Caspa right now. All right, the last 24 hours we lost one whale. Last 7 days, plus 2 whales, plus 23 sharks, plus 206 dolphins, and we're plus 1 humpback for the last 30 days. All right, last 30 days we're 1 humpback minus 7 whales, plus 7 sharks, and plus 678 dolphins. And the lower wallet sizes there. I'm going to show you over here in the dashboard. Look at this petahash. And I want to give a big shout out to the members. Thank you guys. Over 200 members in the members group. I can't thank you enough. I really mean that. Thank you so much. I'll be over tomorrow in Discord trading. Took a few days off, see what's going on with this market, and just sit on my hands here, 389. Look at that. Transactions per second and blocks per second. But 389.6, approaching the 400 petahash. That's crazy, isn't it? That thing is just absolutely flying. All right, now let's go over here and take a look at this, okay? And if any of you guys are interested, I signed up with a new exchange. We've had quite a few people go over there already and sign up. Put the link in the description of the video. For leverage trading, you don't need any KYC or anything like that. Come over and join us over there. I'd appreciate it if you use the link. Helps out the channel a lot, and I would thank you very much for that. So thank you to everybody that has gone over and signed up. That way if we're all trading together, we're all on the same page using the same charts. That can get pretty I know that just from charting, that can get pretty crazy. So there'll be a link in the description of the video for that. All right, now let's take a look here, guys. With Caspa, first off, we had 5 waves up right here, correct? All right, now if we go in on an hourly, this ABC in here happened pretty fast. Okay, right through here. Okay, right. A, B, C. Okay, there was the ABC structure. So then you start your next movement. Okay, which unfortunately has been to the downside. All right, I do want to show you something here. If you take this chart, right, if you have a trading view and you're having a hard time seeing downtrends, come down here, hit invert scale, and look at it. It flips it over for you. What do you see on there now, guys? You guys have looked at this channel long enough. All right. Number one, I talked about that wave 2 getting violated here. First off, we'll come right back to this. But I talked about that area getting violated here. All right, and that was at up at 15.9. All right. Obviously, we've had. That was the wick on top of this wave 2 right here. Let me show it to you in case you're having a hard time seeing it. Right here, it would be the top of that wave 2. Okay, this is what I was hoping was playing out right here. 4 and a 5 up there. Okay, now I said if we violated this 15.9, I said forget it. It's over. That's out. This thing is going lower, right? Now, what I want to show you here, all right, we've obviously violated that. Now, if you go out on the higher time frames, you can see here, You know, you didn't really buy it. The 12-hour goes down with wicks and taps it, but I don't know. It's violated. I mean, this thing fired down to 14.6. Okay, I would consider that violated. So any type of wave 5 in here, I don't know. I don't know about that. The answer is this is going to get answered very, very soon. All right. The reason I say that, we come back to this and invert this. All right. Oops. Let's put this back where I wanted it. Where do we have that on the daily? 4 hour. That's where it was. The 4 hour. Okay. We hit the invert. What's that look to you guys? Does that look like a chart that's heading up or down? Looks like a fifth wave coming into me, don't it? I mean, if you count these out, what do you got? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and what? Fifth wave, right? Okay, if we hit that invert, what's that show you? It shows the downside to me. All right, so this is what could be playing out here. All right, I'm just being 100% honest. I was hoping this thing would catch up here at the top of this wave too, and it didn't. All right, it pushed down through it. Now, if we get an alt season, yes, I'm expecting obviously retracements. This thing to head back towards the upside. Where could this wave 5 head to? If this is what's happening, okay, if that's what's going on here, you could have a wave 5 push down about 12.8. You know, do any of the RSIs line up with any of this happening? Well, the 4 hour is rolling over. All right, it's 3/4 done. You got the 8 hour just starting to roll over, 65 and a 70. You got the 12 hour showing weakness, 27 and a 28. It's bearish. The daily still got, probably another day or 2 days till it's reset. The 3 day, look, pushing down. 5 day, just about ready to roll over. So is this possible? Absolutely. Absolutely possible. All right, that like I said, that would push us down, roughly down. If this works out and it follows through, down towards 12.8, right down here. All right, now, if we get this alt season, which I'm totally expecting, Bitcoin have another push up, and the whole market really have another push up. We go off this top here. If it pushes down here to 12.8, expect at least retracements back up to 17 to 17.7. I would at least expect that. Okay, out of this, who knows? Maybe we head up there. We bust through here. We get this alt season, and we head up there towards that 24 cents that we've been wanting here. That's very, very possible too. We get this fifth wave down here, finalize that, and start 5 waves. Towards the up. We'll have to see here. Alt seasons aren't tiny little 20% gains. These things can turn out to be massive. All right, they can. You can have easily double your money in a month on an alt season, easily. This would be a 90% push to the upside. Is that possible? 1,000% possible. That's 90% for an alt season. Absolutely, 100% possible. All right, so if we get that push down here, pay very, very close attention here, guys. If this low gets taken out down here at 14.6, look for 12.8 for sure. All right, that I would definitely be counting on. You have a resistance coming through here until this, if this gets taken out, that could be a totally different story. But as long as this resistance keeps getting, knocking it down here, I'd be looking for a fifth wave, right, like that, about 12.8. What would that give us? That would give us our 5, 3, 4, 5. I was hoping this wasn't going to happen, but after that 59 was violated, I mean, it just looks too obvious now. Like I said, if you invert this thing, it definitely looks like 5 waves up, don't it? For sure. Keeping support through here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th wave coming. Just looks pretty obvious. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry to bring this to you. I hate bringing bad news, but I got to be a realist and tell you what I see happening. So thank you so much, guys. I will talk to you soon. We have an alt season coming. Hang in there. And them gains are going to come, I promise you. All right, talk to you soon.